Sylvia could hardly believe his eyes when he boarded the plane in Nairobi. Every person had a seat, and they all had luggage too, with all those people, hundreds of heavy padded chairs and all those bags. How would the plane every get off the ground? Somehow it did not like a bird lifting off lightly with a quick flapping of wing, but with shouting and roars from the engines as the plane lumbered down the lunch runway, as if it had to try as hard as it could to get into the air. Once the plane was safely aloft, Sylvia started at the scenes outside the small window. The world was so big, yet everything in it was so small. Thick forest and desert become mere patch of green and barrow. Cars crawled along the road like ants in a line, and there were people down there, thousands of them, but he could not see a single one. "Would you like a drink?" Sylvia looked up at the woman in her neat uniform and shook his head to show that he did not understand. She smiled. Coca-Cola orange juice. Coca-Cola. Long ago, Sylvia's father had once brought a few bottles of Coca-Cola back from his trip to the market. Sylvia's first test had been startling. All those bubbling, jumping around in his wood. What a rare treat it had been. "Coca-Cola, thanks you," Sylvia said, and with each sip he remembered his family passing the bottle from hand to hand, laughing at the tickly bubbles, sharing and laughing together. The journey to Sylvia's new home required not two, but three planes. The first plane flew from Nürnberg to Frankfurt in a country called Germany. It landed with an alarming thump, then braked so hard that Sylvia was thrown forward in his seat. The strip across his stomach kicked his heart. He took a second plane from Frankfurt to New York City. It too ended in probability, but this time Sylvia was ready, and he held tightly to the armrest. In New York City, the aide worked led the boy to different gates. Some would be make the final leg of their trip alone, while others were in groups of two or three. Sylvia was the only one going to Richard. The said work said that his new family would be waiting for him there on the plane to Richard. Most of the passengers were men traveling on their own, but there were some women too, and a few families, mother and father and children. Most of the people were white. Beginning at airport in Frankfurt, Sylvia had seen more white people in the last few hours than he had seen before in his whole lifetime. He tried not to start, but he couldn't help studying the family closely. Thousands kept slipping through his mind. What if my new family isn't there? What if they have changed their mind? What if they meet me and don't like me? Sylvia took a deep breath, a step at a time. He reminded himself just his flight to get through for now. The plane landed at last in Swell. Screeching while Sylvia gripped that armrest and braced himself for what was to come. There they were, smiling and waving in the airport lobby. His new family, Chris the father, Lucy the mother, and 4 children. Sylvia would have siblings, just as he had before. He felt his shoulder relax a little on seeing there is smiles. Sylvia said hello and thank you many times, for in his fatigue and confusing, these were the only words he felt sure about. He could not understand what anyone was saying, especially Luz, who spoke so quickly that at first he was not sure she was if even speaking English. And yes, did they have more clothes for him? A big Buffy, Jessica, a hat, a scarf, gloves. He put on the jacket and zipped it up. The sleeves were so blocky that he felt as if he couldn't move his arms. Probably he wondered if he looked very foolish now, with his body and arms so fat and his legs so thin. But none of the family laughing at him, and he saw noticed that they were all wearing the same kind of jacket. The glass door of the airport terminal slid open. The fresh air hit Sylvia's face like a sleep. Never had he felt such cold before in the part of Africa where he had lived all his life. The temperature really dropped below 70 degrees. When he inhaled, he thought his lungs would surely freeze solid and stop working, but all around him people were still walking and moving about a pair until it was possible to survive in such cold temperature, and he now understands the need for the worked padded jacket. Sylvia stood still inside the terminal doors for a few moments. Leaving the airport felt like living his old life forever. Soon his village, his family, tears come to his eyes. Perhaps from the cold air blew in through the open door. His new family was already outside. They turned and looked back at him. Sylvia blinked away the tears and took his first step into a new life in America. Seemed that here in America every road was paved. At times the car whizzed by so fast he was amazed that anyone on foot could cross safely. His new father Chris told him that Gertrude did exist out in the countryside, but there were down in Sylvia, new neighborhood. All the buildings had electricity. There were with people everywhere. Snow fell from the sky for hours at a time.